Hey up guys, it's Kyle here and welcome to another League of Legends gameplay. Today I am playing as Support Galio, and that might sound quite strange, I know, but just hear me out and trust. You have to trust. Support Galio is fucking boss, okay? Now, why Support Galio is boss? Alright, let me talk about this. AP Galio is also boss, and Tank Galio is also boss, but why Support Galio is boss? It's because his damage isn't really too good. I mean, it's okay, but it's not, you know, AP caster worthy. So that's why AP Galio isn't very good in the mid lane. However, Support Galio, he can slow. He has a fucking amazing armor and magic resist buff. I believe it gets to about 90 at the end, so 90 armor and magic resist at the end, if I'm remembering correctly. That's fucking insane on anyone. But that also, it's a little bit weird because it heals Galio depending on how much damage is dealt to the targeted ally. So you can basically target yourself, get loads of armor and magic resist, and if you get hit by someone, if your ratio on, I guess the AP ratio, if you have, let's say, 200 AP, if you get hit by a crit or something, you will probably get healed more than anything. So like, it's weird to explain this. You get hit, you get healed, if that makes any sense. I think he's the only person in the game who can be hit by an enemy and be healed by their attacks, which is absolutely insane. I mean, it's just like how sort of counteractive it can be to any form of play. I'm not sure if it works on true damage such as like Ignite. You put it on yourself and fucking Ignite heals you. I remember in this game I put the shield on myself, and I believe we're against a Nidalee, and I just kept walking onto Nidalee's traps, putting a shield on myself, and I would literally gain health back from standing on top of Nidalee's traps, and you gain more health than the damage is dealt anyway, because this is Support Nidalee and her traps dealt like probably about 150 damage, but it would heal me for about 500 health. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous because the AP scaling on it is awesome. It's actually immaculately beast. So if you can get like a Death Cap, a Zhonya's, something like that, maybe an Abyssal Scepter, then you are set when it comes to AP. Here I'm going to do a little Galio ult, and Galio's ult, guys, is really beast. Taunts for 2 seconds, and I'm not sure, don't quote me on this, but I think Tenacity doesn't work against Galio's ult. Because I've played against a Galio, the last time I played against him in the free week. It's still free today, by the way, guys. He's going to be free until Tuesday, so play him quickly, because you're never going to play him again, most likely. I know he's a nice little barrel from Gorgas right there, very nice. Blind barrels, of course. And oh, tower dive, wait, what's going to happen here? Oh, Riven died, shit. Oh. I don't remember. I remember like editing this video together, but I don't remember what happens, so can be quite iffy. So anyway, back to Galio, because this is what the focus is about. Galio is absolutely legendary. Like I was saying, Tenacity, I don't think it works because I was played against a Galio and I had Tenacity boots, which is Merc Treads, and oh, Diana going down there, boost. I had Tenacity boots, and basically I got taunted, and I'm sure I stayed there for the full 2 seconds. I'm not sure if that was true, but obviously you do get pulled in, so maybe I got pulled in and didn't try and run away, because obviously once you're pulled in there's no point trying to click away because it's not going to happen. Maybe that was the reason, but now nice little, there's a failed gank on bot lane and also a failed ward on their part. I mean, they missed the bush completely. I didn't even see the ward go down, so I didn't know about it. But there's little scuffles in this game. It's not really a team fight game, even though I am playing Galio. I'd like to be involved in more team fights when well, that's what you want to do as Galio. You want to be very involved in team fights because your ult and your shield and all your other abilities. Oh, I forgot to mention what his E does. It's a speed up, basically. Righteous Gust, it's called. I remember the names. If you like aim it in a direction, so like, let's say forwards, whoever's walking in that direction will gain a speed buff, and the speed buff late game is quite good. It's nothing to be like ranting and raving about, like, oh my god, Galio is so overpowered, because the speed buff is okay, but it is directional. So if you aim it behind you, but you need to go forwards, it's kind of like, yeah, it's a bit pointless. Here, I'm just trying to back out in Dragon Pit, like, oh my god, please don't see me. I think Gorgas does go down, yeah. And yeah, I get caught, so I put a Righteous Gust down. I'm like, run, run, guys, because I saw Lee Sin coming around the side. So I gave them the speed buff, hoping they'd be able to just escape, and it works out in the end quite nicely. We do get Dragon, but I think 3 of us die, so I'd say worth, because our death timers are very low at this point in time, and you know, Dragon's always 6 minutes, so I guess I could say worth. That was global gold. They only got kill and assist gold, and I think only 3 people were involved. Maybe 4 people were involved in the kill and assist. Fuck it, I'm gonna say worth. I'm gonna say worth on that one. All the flashes were used here. All the flashes, just like 5 million flashes right there. I mean, even the flashes in other games that were played right then, such as like fucking millions of games all across the world, every flash was used just in this game right now. Every flash in the world. And Galio's ult, it doesn't do a lot of damage, guys. Don't expect it to be doing shit tons of damage, because it really doesn't. Although, I will say, if you get a Leandris Torment, plus a Void Staff, plus a Death Cap, plus an Abyssal Scepter, and you ult, you may just kill someone. You may. It's happened before. But then again, you're going to be playing support, so... pardon me, of course, it has to happen. I have to burp in like every video I make ever. But you're going to be playing support, so you're going to want your Sightstone and your... I guess Shurelias would work nicely with your speed up, and obviously a Locket of the Iron Solari, because you are going to be tanky, and you make everyone else tanky, and obviously it works well with your W, so you have to realise synergy and how to utilise the kit properly. So obviously, Runic Bulwark, which is no longer in the game, Cly. Why are you talking about Runic Bulwark? Runic Bulwark was a really good item, actually. I don't know why they removed it. I mean, it was so good. Maybe it was just... puts on shades? Too good. Either way, it was absolutely fantastic, but they did change it into Locket of the Iron Solari from the Aegis of the Legion build. So I guess you could just go Locket of the Iron Solari. That's what I'm trying to say here. Here we'll get into a little bit of a fight. I try and slow everyone so they can't escape from my little explosive ult, and I think I do get a kill there. Wow, what a steal. Oh well. I mean, as support... oh wait, no, fucking I killed someone and got the blue from it. Oh, hell yeah. Oh yeah, I remember in the Skype call I was like, oh, I got blue. Because Galio can run out of mana quite quickly, guys, because the cooldowns on his Q is very low. It's like... you might not seem like a low cooldown, but I think it's like 8 seconds. And for what it actually is, my friend Bobby actually said it sounds like when you go bowling and you hit the pins, it sounds like when you knock the pins over. I couldn't really tell what he meant by that, because when I heard it, it just sounded like an explosion. Because that's what it actually is. It's like wind hitting the ground and it's an explosion. I'm like, I don't know what you mean. But on like listening to it over and over again, unfortunately I couldn't save Tristana there. Wah wah. I did get like Dragon's Raged backwards, so I couldn't really get anywhere near him. I was trying to put a shield on top of him, so I got health back and he got like loads of stuff. Here I get caught out. I'm trying to run away. I shield myself, and obviously my AP isn't very high right now, and I'm getting absolutely smashed. But my team are coming in, so I think it's all going to work out in the end. Unfortunately, I do get queued by Ezreal. Wah, wah. Sad days. I don't know why I keep doing that. Wah, wah. It's just when sad things happen, you just have to sit there and go wah wah. Oh dear. Well, what's going to happen with Renekton? I forget this part. Nidalee's going to get like wrecked. Oh, using the Seraph's Embrace. Oh, she goes back in. What a silly move. Oh, she falshes. Well, I guess it worked out in the end. Did have to use 2 things there, which is the Seraph's Embrace. Which, actually, guys, it's funny. When people have a Seraph's Embrace or a Zhonya's Hourglass, people tend to forget to use them. And I don't know why. It's one of those things that you should always use in dire situations. What's happening here? Why have I slowed it down? Oh my god! There's no wonder I slowed that down. The Nidalee spear damage wasn't even max range, and that was like immensely powerful. Quick tip for Nidalee players, guys. The damage is based on the distance from the spear and Nidalee, not the spear and the enemy. So basically, you could throw the spear and run away from it, and it'd do way more damage. There's a tip for you. This is a Galio video. I can't really give any Galio tips because Galio is like never played, so you're probably never going to come across him. But the tips I can give: build a lot of AP, a lot of pen. I guess you could build some tankiness because it obviously works well with his already awesome shield tankiness. I say shield, I'll just catch him in the very edge of that shit. Oh yeah, I say shield, but it's not actually a shield because it doesn't grant any sort of. Oh right, Tristana dies like in the middle of the trees just there. Oh, that was so good. Anyway, yes, I say shield, but it doesn't actually shield anything. It just gives you an armor and magic resist buff. There is no sort of damage nullification, but that's okay. I guess it does mitigate some damage at least. That could save your life, possibly. I mean, you could have like 500 armor at some point if that shit goes on top of you, and that would be overpowered. You could probably tank an entire enemy team for about 10 minutes with that shit, unless they have like a what's it called? It's the freaking bow, the Last Whisper. There we go. Unless they have that. I think we did get Dorgan just then, and wow, Renekton is like super tanky, but he does go down because 3 people are going against him. Unfortunately, this Renekton does disconnect at some point, and the enemy team do surrender. I know it's kind of sad, and it's kind of a face stomp, but oh my god, I didn't see that before. Wow, Jesus, that Nidalee spear damage. She clearly knows how to play Nidalee. And yes, my taunt is actually going to take the kill. What? I guess Nidalee speared, and it got me the kill. I believe I have an Abyssal Scepter at this point, which is making everyone lowered their magic resist, which is making, obviously, our team even more strong. I guess you could also, here's the thing, I'm thinking like mid-video, mid-commentary, I'm thinking builds here. I'm thinking possibly get a Will of the Ancients on Galio. Now hear me out on this one, because you can obviously heal yourself from the damage taken, but you could also heal yourself from the ult, from the speed up, and from the Q. So, and also your allies obviously get AP and they get healed as well. And obviously your shield will be even better. I say shield, I don't know why I call it shield. I don't know what it's actually called. I don't know what to say. I guess buff maybe? Your buff? It just sounds weird to say it like that. And Riven almost getting smashed there, but that's okay. There was a little joke between I'm slowing this down because this video is really short without having this little elongated part at the end, because obviously they do surrender and there's not much to it, but I'd like to show you support Galio, guys. It can work. Don't rage if someone picks it. It can actually work if they know what they're doing. All you have to do really is poke, speed your team up, buff the right people, mainly the carry. You might want to buff the carry mostly, because obviously if you keep them buffed up with the armor and magic resist, it's obviously awesome. Here I'm going for red, because the joke is that Riven was getting angry at Tristana for taking the red buff in the first place. So I was saying to Tristana, get the red buff as quick as you can because we're going to steal it off Riven. Riven already had one at this point, but I managed to get Tristana the red buff very quickly, which is good. So that's why we all collaborated on that, because Riven was trying to steal it with the smite. Unfortunately, she wasn't in range. But fortunately for Tristana, she just jumped over the wall and ulted it and took the red buff. I was trying to sit on top of it, trying to do as much damage as possible. And it was all fun and games in the Skype call, but unfortunately they do surrender. Because Renekton leaves, I believe they thought they didn't have a chance, so yes. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Please do leave a like if you like. I'm also going to be streaming every... I don't know when. I'll put up a video and I'll put it on Facebook, Twitter and Google+. You can also follow me on those. Remember that, guys. So I'm going to be streaming every now and then, so I will obviously let you know when. Might be playing some League, so if you want to have a jump in the game with me, I might just play with fans. I might just, play with you guys. It's not going to be serious. It's going to be all fun and games.